What is going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and welcome to week number 28 of this league. The only thing I really have to discuss here is what I talked about last week. And what I talked about last week was how I was adding a change into my approach, and that change was this left shoulder. I was bringing it more into the inside. Uh, Basically like kind of throughout the approach, and especially like when I get to the foul line, I bring this shoulder more inside so that, like, it's more parallel to the chin, so it helps me with a bunch of things. Remember how I mentioned that last week? Well, several days after that week of league, I continued to practice because I felt, like it was working, even though, I scored like a high 500 series because, at that time I was still kind of like working with it. It was still a work in progress. I hadn't fully gotten comfortable with it yet. And I went into practice a few days later with this, to work on it and to also add in the other stuff that got kind of messed up in the process, like tucking the elbow, that kind of got interrupted, I guess you can say, along with the footwork and everything else. I had to bring that back up to code because, when I added this change, everything else changed, and I felt like I had to bring that back up to where I needed it to be, and I have. And I honestly feel a whole hell of a lot better this week than I did last week, and it's definitely going to show. You're going to see a lot better results in my approach and in the scores as well. Everything was great, and this is probably the best I've felt in a really long time. The fact that I didn't really feel nervous about every single shot, now that I have this thing pretty much almost at 100%. It's still not there. I still feel like I need to work with it, but everything, bottom line, everything felt great, and it is going to show with this week of league. So that's really all I have left to say here. So let's roll the clip and see what happened.
These other guys carrying. Jesse Salazar.